Welcome to Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindi Stickle. This podcast is for those of you that finally want to have control over your own health and your family's health. This is for you if you don't know what to eat to help your chronic illness or even your child's ADHD. I will share with you how to easily swap out unhealthy ingredients in your food for healthier ingredients that won't make you sicker or affect your chronic illness. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods. Other areas I will cover include how to remove toxins from your food and life, how to eliminate the overwhelm you have with your health, including how to read labels, meal plan and prep, and how to manage grocery shopping with ease. My goal is to make biohacking effortless. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Nutrition Your Way. Today, as a menopause coach and nutritionist, I want to talk about something that I see happening in my practice almost all the time, and it just breaks my heart. Women come to me feeling frustrated, defeated, and sometimes even in tears because they're struggling to get their doctors to really hear them about their perimenopause and menopause symptoms. If you've ever left a doctor's office feeling dismissed or thinking they just don't get it, or worse, being told you're too young for this to be hormonal, then this episode is for you. Today we're going to talk about how to advocate for yourself and get the care you deserve during perimenopause and menopause. And stick around until the end because I'm going to share powerful stories about clients who transform their healthcare experience using the exact strategies we'll discuss today. So let me start with something I hear all the time in my coaching practice. Like just last week, a client told me, I tried telling my doctor about my brain fog and fatigue, but they just said it's normal aging and I should learn to live with it. And you know what just breaks my heart even more? When women in their late 30s or early 40s come to me saying, my doctor told me I'm too young for this to be hormonal. So let me be crystal clear. Perimenopause can start in your late 30s or early 40s, sometimes even earlier. It can last 10 years or more. So your age does not disqualify your experience. So here's the thing. Many doctors receive surprisingly little training about perimenopause and menopause care. In fact, the survey showed that many medical schools spend only a few hours on these topics that affect literally half the population. But here's the good news. When you know how to communicate effectively with your healthcare provider, you can dramatically improve your chances of getting the support you need. Let's talk about what you can do before you even step foot in that doctor's office. First, and this is absolutely crucial, you need to track your symptoms. And I know it sounds basic, but trust me, this is a game changer. Here's exactly how to do it. Instead of walking in and saying, I'm not sleeping well, imagine being able to say, for the past 3 weeks, I've been waking up between 2 and 3 a.m. with night sweats. I have to change my pajamas at least 4 times a week, and it's affecting my work because I can't concentrate the next day. Or for those of you in perimenopause, instead of saying, my periods are weird, imagine being able to say, over the past 6 months, my cycles have ranged from 24 to 38 days. I'm having breakthrough bleeding, and my PMS symptoms now start 2 weeks before my period instead of just a few days. I'm also experiencing heart palpitations and anxiety that sync with these cycle changes. See the difference? These versions give your doctor specific, actionable information. They can't dismiss that as just getting older or just stress, or it's all in your mind, as some have said. For those of you in perimenopause, here's what makes your tracking even more powerful. Track your cycle alongside your symptoms. Noticeable patterns like when during your cycle do you get migraines? Are your sleep problems worse during certain weeks? How does your anxiety or mood relate to your cycle? Are your cycles getting closer together or further apart? And for those of you thinking, but my symptoms seem all over the place, that's actually a classic sign of perimenopause. The unpredictability is the pattern. So now, let me share something that might surprise you. Your appointment actually starts before you walk through the door. And here's your pre-appointment checklist. First, write down your top 3 concerns. Yes, you might have like 15 things you want to discuss, but focusing on your most pressing issues ensures they get proper attention. I tell my clients to think of it like packing for a weekend trip. You can't bring your entire wardrobe, so you pick the most important pieces. So second, practice saying your symptoms out loud. I know this might sound silly, but trust me on this. When you're nervous or feeling rushed, it's easy to minimize our experiences. Practice turns, oh, it's probably nothing, into these symptoms are significantly impacting my quality of life. So let's talk about what happens in that exam room. Here's a scenario that I coach women through all the time. You're sitting there, heart racing, trying to remember everything you wanted to say. Stop, take a breath, and remember, you are the expert on your body. Start with this phrase. I've noticed some specific changes that are affecting my daily life. Then use what I call the situation, impact, question format. Here's how it works. Situation. I'm experiencing hot flashes 10 times a day. Impact. They're disturbing my work meetings and affecting my sleep. Question. What treatment options would you recommend to help manage this? So this approach is powerful because it presents clear information and shows you're proactive about your health. It's harder to dismiss a woman who comes prepared with specific data and clear questions. And for my perimenopausal listeners, here's how to handle age-related dismissal. If a doctor says you're too young, try this response. I understand perimenopause can start in your late 30s or early 40s. Given my symptoms match the perimenopause pattern, what tests can we do to investigate this properly? Remember, advocating for yourself isn't being difficult, it's being thorough. So now let me share something that might surprise you, but shouldn't. Many doctors, even OBGYNs, receive very little training in perimenopause and menopause care. We're talking maybe a few hours in medical school, and that's it. I know, shocking, right? It's the same with nutrition. They don't get more than like 1 class in nutrition. So before I give you specific questions to ask your doctor, let's talk about how to figure out if your doctor can actually help you. Here are some simple screening questions you can ask. How many perimenopause and menopause patients do you typically see each week? What percentage of your practice is focused on hormonal health across all ages? Are you NAMS certified? That's NAMS, and it stands for North American Menopause Society certification. And for those in perimenopause, add this screening question. What's your approach to helping women who are experiencing hormonal changes but still having cycles? If they seem surprised by that, this is an issue, and that's definitely a red flag. Listen carefully to their answers. If they seem uncomfortable or dismissive, or if they tell you to just wait it out, or that it's all natural, or that you're too young, those are all red flags. You might need to find a specialist instead. But let's say you don't have easy access to a specialist. Many women don't. Here are some practical questions that any doctor should be able to help you with, and if they can't, it's definitely time to look elsewhere. Okay, first, try this one. I'm tracking my symptoms in this diary. Can we go through it together and identify which ones need immediate attention? And here's another one. What basic lab work should we do to rule out other health issues that could be making my symptoms worse? Here's one. Based on my symptoms and medical history, what are my options for relief, both medical and non-medical? And here's a crucial one. If you don't specialize in hormone health, can you refer me to someone who does? It does not hurt to get a second or third or fourth opinion. And sometimes you need to find the right person, the right doctor for you. Again, functional medicine doctors are a good place to start with. So let me share some success stories. One of my clients went through 3 doctors before finding someone who could help her. The first 2 told her just deal with it. And the third one, they actually admitted they weren't up to date on current menopause care and referred her to a specialist. And you know what? She told me that doctor's honesty was refreshing, and it ultimately led her to get the care she needed. Another client was just 41 when she started experiencing symptoms. 2 doctors told her she was just stressed and needed anxiety medication. The third doctor actually listened to her detailed symptom tracking and recognized classic perimenopausal patterns. So the difference? She went in prepared with 3 months of cycle tracking and specific examples of how her symptoms were different from her usual PMS. That data helped her doctor see the bigger picture. And I had another client that implemented these communication strategies, and she went back to her doctor with her symptom tracker and specific questions. And the result was she got referred to a specialist and started a treatment plan that actually worked for her. And 3 months later, she told me she feels like herself again. So you might be wondering why, how you can get these results like the clients I mentioned. So as a menopause coach and nutritionist, I help women work alongside their doctors to get better care. I teach you how to track your symptoms effectively, understand your hormone journey, and communicate with healthcare providers in a way that gets results. While I don't replace the doctor's medical care, I provide the education, tools, and support you need to advocate for yourself. My clients learn to identify hormone patterns, optimize their nutrition for symptom relief, and walk into doctor's appointments confident and prepared. Think of me as your personal menopause navigator. I help you understand what's happening in your body and guide you toward the right questions to ask, the right data to track, and the right ways to describe your symptoms so you can get the care you deserve. So, before we end today's episode, I want to leave you with this. You deserve to be heard. You deserve appropriate care. And you have every right to advocate for yourself. Whether you're 41 or 51, your experience is valid. Your symptoms are real. And you deserve healthcare providers who understand that menopause is a journey that often starts years before that final period. And if you'd like support with this, I've created a free symptom tracker template you can download in the show notes. And if you're feeling overwhelmed and need more personalized guidance, I am here to help you navigate this journey. This is my superpower. You can go to my website at cindystickle.com and contact me through there. So until next time, just remember your hormone health journey matters and your voice deserves to be heard. So I will be in your headphones next week. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when new episodes are released. And if you like what you hear, I would love for you to leave a review. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Nutrition Your Way podcast to learn about easy swaps, toxin-free nutrition, and how to biohack your family's health. Don't forget to subscribe here, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle or my website cindystickle.com for the latest updates. Links are in the episode description.